Okay, so the first political reading for today, Saturday, November 23rd, I'm using the Visions of Life Tarot, and I'm leaving all the cards upright. And it's from Tarotco Studio. You can go to Tarotco, I think it's -studio.com if you want to order this deck. It's really, it shuffles really, really well, you can see. But anyway, this first spread is for, I'll do the forces in motion and then 5 cards above. So this one's for Trump. Donald John Trump. Dumpy. It turns out I have to give credit to Sebastian, to Autumn over at Black and Orange Tarot. I guess she's the one that first coined the phrase dumpy. Either that or it came from one of you guys to her, or someone out there that I'm not even knowing about that doesn't watch my channel. Okay, I'm still being discovered after 5 years. It takes time. Such is life, right? Okay, Dumpy. How you doing? What's your biggest challenge, I guess? What are your challenges? What are your plans? What you gonna do? How's your health? Knight of Pentacles. He's still wanting Melania around, and it ain't happening, man. She ain't interested. God, with the star sideways, she's like his shining star. It's kind of hard to mess up the star card, but he doesn't have a. There's no hope there. There's no hope there. But that's what's going on within him. He's not worried about our country. He's not thinking about our country at all. Not at all. It's all about him and what he can get, who he can seduce, whatever. She's not interested, at least in this deck, the way we read it. And so what's interesting with this deck is the Lover's card is a completely different card. This is actually the Knight of Pentacles. So he's not moving fast, even if we were to read it with the Rider-Waite. But we have to go with, the deck we're reading with, right? Here we are, 9 of Cups. Yeah, I don't think he's going to get what he wants there. 5 of Wands, conflict over money. When it comes to Melania, she has to pay for her appearances. I'm sorry, he has to pay for her appearances. And, yeah. 8 of Swords, major restrictions. I would say mostly to his brain, but, everywhere else. 4 of Cups, he's bored without her, without other people entertaining him, without him being the center of attention. Page of Pentacles, all he's doing is wondering what's going on, what will happen over time. I really can't say that he's concerned about Baron and his education. Doesn't make sense to me. I think it's well past the time he can be educated. I think it might have to do with all of his trauma that, of course, he deserved when he was in that military. Where did he go to? Like Wharton Military School or something, or I don't know, whatever. I don't think he ever did well in school, but they sent him away to military school when he was 13, and I've always gotten that he's still coming from that place. If we go a little further, he's just bored. He's bored, restricted, and but can't sleep at night. Bored at night. I'm sorry, bored during the day. But if you take it a little step further, he's not sleeping well at night. But then his waking hours, it's all about Melania, and he just keeps going after what he wants. Meanwhile, she's like, I don't know what that means with the I think in the artwork with this deck, it had to do with she's thinking of him, getting her around the neck. Like she doesn't trust him, right? She's looking at him going, I don't trust that guy. And then here, look at the guy. He's got the weird friggin' hair. This is what Melania thinks about him. She doesn't trust him. He's got to pay for it. They're fighting about money. There's nothing much here about him. I mean, he's dense, and he's not doing anything for anybody else in his life. Okay, so next is Biden, and I have this deck allowed. I had shuffled partially, mostly, except for the finishing touches on Joe Biden. And I did, like I said, allow for reversals. So, Joe Biden, how are you doing? And what are your plans? What are you going to do? I think his health is probably just fine, but I bet he's recovering from, the G20. Right there. Oh, he's thinking about Kamala. The forces in motion in his life is straightforward for Kamala. His challenge with the Knight of Swords coming through in the reverse position tells me that he's, coming at it from one angle with that reverse sword. He's not sure what to do completely yet. There's like a holding pattern going on. But he's super open to change. He's really sad and bothered by her loss. But is it a real loss? Because we don't believe that. We know what really happened. But there's pain there for him. There's, when this card comes through reversed, there's trouble. It's also sometimes a card of feeling a little reclusive, but on another level too, there can be a lot of past resentments, and it's interesting to have the Knight of Swords. I'm sorry, I think I said the Five of Swords, but the Knight of Swords means that he really needs to listen to himself. And I think that on another level, he might be in this place of having not a whole lot of regard for whatever consequences. He might be thinking of just doing what he needs to do with the Presidential Emergency Act documents, that are top secret, and he can declare an act of war coming from Russia and China and Elon Musk's involvement. So I think it's very, very possible that he's feeling kind of physically weak, and his thoughts are all over the place, but he's recuperating. But I think what this is getting is that in his quiet times, which I think he's taking, the thoughts keep coming back to Kamala. And he's feeling like he wants to get justice for her. Like there's something going on there. Okay. We also have the Page of Pentacles reversed. He doesn't like the news that's coming in. Then maybe he starts feeling a little better. This could also be about all the vote counts. The Page of Pentacles can be about the vote counts. Then there's some exuberance or some enthusiasm, and it has to do with who's the guy that would do anything for money? Who's the guy that's greedy and hoarding and domineering and controlling? That's Trump. It's also Putin, but mostly Trump. This could also relate to any, oligarch and all of the things that all the people that'll spend money for to try and get Trump in so that they don't have to pay as many taxes or as much in taxes. Then we have the Six of Swords. He's thinking of how does he create peace, moving from one challenge to another. But also, how do we get to that smooth sailing over to calmer waters? And he knows that we're going through, or he needs to go through this transition, even though he doesn't want to do it. But he does it. He winds up doing it. The big stick lands on the head of the ruthless one. King of Wands reversed this is Trump. Power-hungry Trump. Ruthless, power-hungry Trump. And then also with the Hierophant, he's got the law. He's got the law that can overcome the injustice. So I think he's thinking of using the Presidential Emergency Act documents. Okay, Kamala. This one I have shuffled partially to allow for reversals. For Kamala, I hear she's in Hawaii. Someone commented that they thought she was near or in Oahu, where there are actually like 12 military bases all over in Hawaii, on all the islands. Collectively, there's 12. But this gal thought that she was in Oahu, near the military base, where there's cybersecurity information and cybersecurity or people, military people that work in cybersecurity. Right there. Okay, Judgment. We have Judgment coming up straight. Yeah, following her inner calling. Possibly rebirth, going through a rebirth where we can have some kind of, I'll just say she's trusting herself on the inner levels, and she's going through a bit of a rebirth. Her challenge is to focus on herself and what she has, and she's in, I think this would be being in a beautiful place in luxury, but not really being able to take all that beauty and love, all the abundance, not really being able to take it all in, because she's got other things on her mind. But she is trying to rebirth in nature. That's what I really get there. Okay. Eight of Swords reversed. She's trying to let go of the restriction of her mind, but I'm thinking that her mind won't stop. I wouldn't be able to if it were me. She's not able, when we have the Eight of Swords coming through reversed, she might be feeling like she can't let go, but she is open to something new. She is opening up to some new perspective, I think. Getting the blindfold totally off. Well, then we have the Knight of Cups reversed. Knight of Cups reversed, not 9. 3 of Cups reversed. Whoa. 2 of Pentacles reversed. She gets the Ace of Wands too. And then we have the Ace of Swords and the 5 of Swords. Okay, well, that's interesting. So with the Knight of Cups reversed, where's my chopstick? Here we go. She's not really open to any outside invitations. If they are in Hawaii, if her and Doug are in Hawaii, I don't think they're, getting out any more than they need to, because this looks like, you just want to stay in. But also, when this guy comes through reversed, I think of fraud. So it's like she can't let go of the fraud that she knows happened, that This would be the manipulation of the votes. And then what's hanging over her is this Three of Cups, where she's not able to celebrate. She's not even really able to celebrate what is rightfully hers because it's been stolen from her. This is really interesting. Yeah, and then combined with the Two of Cups, I feel like she's just really focused in on one or two things and trying to relax, but she's not able, like I'm saying here, she's not able to soak it all up, the beauty that she's in. I think she might be working with people in cybersecurity over there. These cards make me think that way. Because with the Three of Cups reversed, it's not creative, and it can be a bit of a depression that a person goes through because they feel betrayed. And yeah. So, and then with the Two of Pentacles coming through reversed as well, I think she's just having a hard time balancing it all, and hopefully she's just letting go, trying to let go. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she's saying, I don't want to negotiate with anyone. This is like a Russian red hat here. Maybe she's finally getting all of the information as to who switched votes around, who flipped what happened, the bullet votes, bullet ballots, plus flipping and switching. Maybe she's just getting all this information of what happened. And it really does get her down. So how could she enjoy any time in Hawaii? If she's in Hawaii and she's not getting all this information, she's really going through a challenging time. But we don't have the Nine of Swords or anything like that. Then, and this is just for one day, something happens by the end of the day, I think, where she's got her mojo back and there's some new power coming through her, a new beginning where there's some new potential, and it's over the lack of truth that we've gone through. It's the power over the confusion and the chaos of, the fact that she did win. She actually did win, is what I believe. And then with the Five of Swords reversed, of course, even more, it's like she's not going to, she's open to maybe some change, but there's a lot of, some vengeance coming through, I would say. When the Five of Swords is upright, you've got this like, oh yeah, okay, I have everything, but now I don't have any friends. When it comes to reverse, it's like, you don't friggin' care about friends. You don't care about external validation. She really wants the truth. But all she's getting is, who stole what. So that's really interesting. Wow. Okay, so that's Kamala. Let me do a spread for you guys real quick. I'll use my other deck here, and let's just allow for reversals. I'll just do it this way since it's a little faster. What do you guys need to know for today? What would help you the most? For Saturday, November 23rd. We are, we've been in the Mercury retrograde storm, and it officially goes retrograde on the 25th. But boy, all the way through, I have some separate videos. I did a Mercury retrograde video already, and I have some separate videos that I want to do. Because between now and January 3rd, when we're out of the retro shade, it is, there's a lot of change. And the January 3rd chart is wowza. We've got a mystic rectangle. We've got two yods, two finger of fates, finger of God, all pointing to Venus in Pisces and then the moon in Pisces. All this feminine energy. So, wow. And that's the day that Congress is supposed to be sworn in, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We have to wait and see. Saturday, the 23rd of November. What do you guys need to know? Saturday, the 23rd. What do we all need to know? Right there. Okay, Page of Wands. Focus on what brings us passion, focusing in on what brings us, what we're enthusiastic about, I guess is a better way to say it. That would be the way to go. Most of all for the day, it could be even focusing in with the exuberance of younger kids in your life, younger people in your life. Maybe they're helping you with Thanksgiving. But this is our card for taking a little bit of a risk, being a free spirit, and discovering something new, or at least exploring things. Okay, the challenge, our challenge card, and it's not reversed, we have the Ace of Wands. So this feels to me like there's only so much energy in a day or so much time in a day. Time's a wasting, but you might run out of time before you get everything done that you want to get done. You might run out of energy before you get everything done. Oh, yeah. Okay. With the Hierophant, we have the Hierophant. Oh, Eight of Swords reversed, Six of Swords, World reversed, and the Four of Wands reversed. Okay, so these cards tell me that with Thanksgiving, with any holiday, you might want to, I know you're thinking of traditions and what does everybody do, or what does everybody want? What are these younger people wanting to eat? If this is about Thanksgiving. If it's not, this is just all about your belief system. The Hierophant card, when it comes through upright, is our identification with the groups of people that we love, and so we conform to their traditions. But what do we really believe? What do we really want? You have the keys to your freedom within. You don't need any outside authority to tell you any way to be. You're free to create your own reality. That's what, yeah. So the Eight of Swords reversed is trying to help us release those old thoughts that we have to conform to the way it was in the past. Maybe you don't want to smother your broccoli in cheese. Maybe some people, everybody else wants it, but you don't want it that way. Maybe you want butter, or maybe you don't want anything on it. Or maybe you don't want broccoli at all. So all these different things, like how many things do you, if it's Thanksgiving, how much do you do to try to please everybody that's coming to visit you, and you feel like you just want to get away. Maybe it's about ordering in for Thanksgiving because you've just had it, because we're all worn out. We're so worn out for what we've gone through, or with what we've gone through over the last couple of weeks. And we still have, the 23rd we have to get to, I think it's the 28th that we have Thanksgiving. So by the time it rolls around, we might just feel pretty empty inside and want to cancel the whole damn thing because we're just exhausted. This could also be somebody who's traveling to you. This is a travel card. Both of these are travel cards. Family that's traveling to you for Thanksgiving, but you're not really looking forward to this event. There's not really the celebration that you want because maybe they're family members who voted for Trump. and how and you're dealing with how do I conform, how do I hold my shit together? How do I not lose my shit on these people, right? Yeah, the challenge is to go back to use your force, use your power to go, well, I'm never going to tell you what to do. I want you to be your original, authentic self. But I'm just going to say the challenge is to have the exuberance or the enthusiasm for the relationship if you could pretend that you didn't know who they voted for. That's what I'm getting. If we take politics out of it completely, and which I don't know why you would be watching my channel. I don't think anybody's here for just the daily, the daily collective reading. You guys used to be, but I never seem to get more than 500 views on those videos. So I just, like everybody keeps telling me they believe the same thing I do, that the political is personal. And it was Ann Richards, I think was the first gal that said, a Texas Democratic woman, I think she was a governor, and she said, if you're not on the menu, then you're likely, if you're not at the table, you're likely on the menu, or you are on the menu. Something like that, something to that effect. So that's just like, kind of a backstory. It doesn't have anything to do with these cards. But I just see having to let go of old restrictions, old false beliefs that we've been conforming to, so that we can move forward to calmer waters. Lest, if we don't, we're going to feel incomplete and feeling like, we just don't have closure. And this is just Saturday. This is just what we're probably going through internally. And to make this card, this is kind of a lack of self-responsibility. To turn it upright would be complete self-responsibility and integration and integrity and accomplishment. But this being a travel card could be that, it's just things aren't working out travel-wise for someone to get to you. And then again, Four of Wands reverse, same kind, pretty much the same message. An event that doesn't come together, but maybe this is just us feeling like, we don't want it to come together. It all depends on what's going on with you and your family and people that are supposed to be visiting. Now, the Four of Wands can be reversed. When it comes to reverse, this can be a transition card, but something's just not done yet as of Saturday. So, I'll be back for Sunday, and we'll look at that. Okay, bye, you guys. Have a wonderful day.